Now, moving on to our very first topic of the day. Music critics have described Nomfusi's music as the soul of Mama Africa meeting the fire of Motown, and soul in a pint-sized packet of dynamite. Having shared the stage with icons like the legendary Hugh Masekela and American music giant Lionel Richie, Nomfusi once again dazzles music lovers with her latest offering titled Nomfusi Ngonyama, a song about the hardships women go through. Let's have a quick look at her brand new music video, exclusive to Afternoon Express. So if you have any questions for Nomfusi, please connect with us online and remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in your comments. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Oh, you are just such a star.
Yeah.
It's so good to have you here today. So, you know, I now understand what Brahu was talking about.
Yes.
When his very famous quote went something like this. He said, "Her voice is so much bigger than mine, but she's only the size of my trumpet."
Oh, man.
Wow.
So excited to be here. You have no idea, hey? So excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
And of course, she's going to be performing a little bit later, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
My little pocket rocket. So tell me about your relationship with Brahu and the kind of impact that he had on your career.
Oh, man. Gosh, I think I'm a touring artist, first of all, and a lot outside of South Africa.
Yeah.
And for me to be doing a couple of shows with Tata Hugh Masekela outside of a country was totally amazing. First of all, you get homesick, and then to have someone from South Africa next to you is beautiful. Then it's not just anybody, Tata Hugh Masekela.
Exactly.
It's totally amazing. The crowd loves him, adores him. And when he said those beautiful words about me, gave me confidence, telling you, even when I went down, you know, you go down sometimes and you're like, gosh, I don't know how I got here. I remembered the Hugh Masekela's words, and I rose up and I got back again.
Wow. What's it like touring? And I mean, how long would you be away from home for? Like, what is tour life like?
Listen, now that I have kids, I have reduced my touring life, but in the beginning, yes, I'm 10 years in the industry. So in the beginning, I used to go for like 3 months. It's amazing. When you're young, it's adventurous.
Performing every day?
Not every day, but almost every weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing different cities, going to different countries. It's totally amazing, especially if you're a township girl and you never thought in your life that you will step out of your small cocoon there. So to be outside of South Africa is something amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely it's one of those things I treasure the most in my life.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your youth, because that obviously shaped you to be the woman that you are today.
Yes.
Your father was in prison. Your mom, single mother, did everything for you. And I believe that, I think she was a domestic worker, but also a sangoma.
Yes.
And she would take you to these rituals, and you would go into these like meditative trances of singing and dancing. Tell me a little bit about those rituals. Obviously, I find this so super fascinating.
I can now just remember, I think I was way this high.
Yeah.
You know, and I would go with my mom to the traditional rituals.
Yeah.
And I was basically that child that they would call and be like, come and dance for us. And I loved entertaining, lifting my little legs up and and later on, I even learned to play the drum. We call it igubu. And singing with my mom. And I actually realized that she was also a composer, because most of the songs that we sang, she created herself. So that was definitely the basis of my performing act and in my artistic being.
How does it work? Do you go to one of these rituals and then everybody knows the songs, or has your mom written them and then you learn them and then you just perform for hours on end?
Listen,
how often do you do this as well?
It's quite simple. It's quite simple, you know. It's actually firstly repetitive because most African songs are quite repetitive, you know, because it's about that subject, and you know you go into trance about it, you know. So
give us an example what they sound like. Your voice is absolute magic. Wow. So how was it that you became to be discovered? And because I think it was Rolling Stone magazine that said that your story is one that, you know, the Hollywood will buy it, because it's just such an amazing, almost rags to riches kind of story.
Yes, it is. Hey, it is. Listen, I always say that my story is not different from a lot of stories that are out there, or especially where I'm coming from. And it's what makes me to be determined to go and share it and tell people that, you know what, I'm like you, but I've managed to do A, B, C, D. So I basically went from growing up into a shack, and I promise you it was a beautiful environment. People think that when you grow up in a shack, you're like, oh, no, it was a beautiful childhood. From growing up into a shack, losing my mom at age 12, my dad in prison, my aunt taking us in, and obviously she also passed away through HIV/AIDS, and then deciding that I want to finish my matric. Didn't know what I'm gonna do, but I wanted to finish. I finished it, and I came to Cape Town, and I went to CPUT, Cape Peninsula University of Technology. I studied accountancy. Now, obviously, I'm coming from a poor background. I need to find means of, sustaining myself. I went to Stardust. Hey, chill Stardust. Went to Stardust. It's a performing restaurant where waiters also perform and so forth. And that's where I discovered that this people love, and this I can make money, okay? Because obviously I sucked as a waitress, and my English was horrible. So the only thing that rescued me was that stage, and when I came out of it, people would even smile and tip me. I knew there and then that this is what I need to do. This is what I want to do.
You are a true shining example of an Afternoon Express heroine, because you've just risen above all odds, and thank you for being here today.
You so
Cannot
much
wait for your performance. But first, let's see what South Africa wants to know from you. So we asked you on our socials if you've got any questions for Nomfusi, and we've got Lebo Koasi on Twitter, and she asked, what keeps you so grounded?
Oh man, what keeps me grounded is knowing who I am, is knowing where I'm coming from, and is knowing exactly where I'm going. Keeps me grounded.
Yeah, that's a powerful answer. And also liking yourself. Getting to a point in your life where you like who you are.
You have to. You have to. There's no two ways about it.
So our second comment comes from Mona Lisa Ndumi on Facebook. And she's asked, what is your motto in life?
Never give up. Never. You know that you're going to meet people that are so competitive. Strive, fight your way up there. Never give up.
Oh, you know what? You are such a star. You've just got all this amazing energy, this incredible aura about you. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy on the show today. According to research, 90% or 95% of all diets fail because they don't consider the dynamic elements of personal genetic makeup. Tell me about it. After the break, we chat to Dr. Yale about the importance of knowing your genetic makeup.